Well, I believe it's 6 o'clock, and there's a lot of moving parts to get this working, but I'm looking at that monitor. It's looking pretty good. I hear audio, or I see audio. See little green bars. Could you let me know if the audio is working? I feel like it is, but I'd love to hear from someone else. What's up, my guy? What's up, Ryan? So I'm just going to do a little bit of walking around first, making sure things are working. And then I'm going to jump right into this. I don't know what we call this, to be honest. This is sort of, I think officially it's an Unreal Engine community event for Boston. But I wonder how many people here are actually from Boston. I think it's just me. So it's sort of like a more of a global event. But anyway, they said that I could host these virtually. And what better way to do that than as a MetaHuman? It's working. Love to hear that. That is excellent. Cool. So I am going to leave this online later so that people can watch this. So no problem there if you come in later in the stream. Hey, what's up? My name is Matt Workman, and welcome to my first Unreal Engine community event that I'm running virtually. And it is, of course, about motion capture and MetaHumans. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the system I use to do motion capture. It's called Vicon. And then I thought it would be cool to actually try to record some of this motion capture and make that available for free so people can use it with their MetaHumans. And that's going to be at narrativemotion.com, a new company that I've started pretty recently. So one of the cool things about the Vicon system, besides just the really good quality motion capture, is that it's optical and that when we're tracking things, it's all happening in real-world space. And one of the best ways to demo that is by doing stuff like this. Next to me is a real-world table, which I'll be showing soon. And I've lined up the virtual table to match that. And this is really only possible with optical MOCAP systems, or ones that have very accurate tracking. So on top of having real-world props that you can kind of see, we can also do tracked props like this gun. If you were following me on LinkedIn or Twitter, I spent the day getting this thing calibrated, and we'll see soon what the real-world version of this is. It is a blaster, a Fortnite blaster. And unlike a lot of animation where you just have to like statically rig the gun to the hand and it can never move, this one can come out freely. I can throw it. There are some limitations with it, but this is all, again, completely live. And with a little bit of cleanup, you can get the lineup even more perfect. So that is sort of my live demo of this at the moment. I'm going to put this here. And I want to say that as someone who's been on the internet, streaming, making videos for maybe the last 8 years, I own about, I would have to say, 3 or 4 Stream Decks. The little consoles, you can hit the buttons, and it switches your OBS scenes. In this house, in this very house, are at least 3 Stream Decks, but I can't find any of them on the day that I'm actually live streaming with a lot of other stuff going on. So I have to switch manually. It may not even work. It might be super broken. Let's see. I am going to try to switch to a picture-in-picture, but I forget which one's which. Hey, look at that. Was that a request to waggle fingers? So I have a very special retarget going on right now, and that is specifically to make sure that the props line up as best as they can. However, I will say that if we had this MetaHuman next to me, you should be able to see me live now. This MetaHuman, it's actually not even going to work. I'm this tall, if this makes sense. This is the top of my head. Oh yeah, this works. See where I'm putting my hand here? This is the real-world version of where my head is, and this guy, he's up here. And so that causes problems with the retargeting, and to get the hands to stick to the surfaces, it does compromise this here. I have a retarget where the hands talk to each other much nicer, but this one we're going for props. So this is a bit of a picture-in-picture. Hopefully sort of proves that it's live. I guess, I don't know if it does or not, but it is. So I want to talk about the system I have here. It's not your everyday system, unless you work at a big game company, but this is a Vicon motion capture system, and I've had it for about, I think like 4 years. We feel confident doing 4 fingers on a live stream with fingers. Finger tracking is hard. Let me tell you, 4. I can't do all of them. We're just going to go with the 1. I'm glad 4 worked. So I'm surrounded. You can probably see them. They're a little bit small up here. There's a bunch of cameras all facing me, and as you've maybe seen before from like behind the scenes of movies and game trailers. I'm in a suit, but the suit doesn't do very much. It's just these little optical markers. These are just literally shiny orbs. They're just shiny tape. And these cameras do a good job of keeping track of where they are in 3D space. And then a lot of stuff happens, and it eventually becomes character animation like this. But this, I wanted to put this together just because I like doing it, but to show what I consider kind of the state of the art for Unreal Engine 5.6, MetaHuman, which I kind of consider MetaHuman 2.0, but like the new MetaHumans, and some of the highest end motion capture. This is pretty much the highest end it gets, I think, quality-wise. Now, what could be upgraded for sure is the workstation this whole thing is running on. If you're a game developer, you might see this number. I can't reach it because the camera's going to keep moving. It's here. It's in the corner. It's very small. When that number's orange, it means the frame rate is bad. So this is running on a single computer, more or less. I'm a little afraid my other computer's asleep right now, but I think my face is still working. But anyway, the computer I'm running this on is one of my older workstations. Has some like a 1390 or Threadripper. This is like, it's like 5 years old at least, maybe older than that, and a 2080 Ti. So for that, that's pretty impressive. But I have hopefully a much more powerful workstation coming up, and so to make this perform, I spent the last hour optimizing the scene. I'm pretty sure I don't have facial hair. Grooms are a little expensive. And I had to dumb down the lighting and the post-processing. So this could be a lot prettier with lighting, but I had to get the frame rate around at least 24 for this to be somewhat acceptable. So as far as the motion capture, it's pretty much as good as it gets with the props. MetaHumans are looking really incredible. UE5 rendering good. My computer is the bottleneck, that is super unsatisfying. We can make the scene better, but I wanted to put together a live demo of this just to show kind of the state of the art of where we are with MetaHumans. What's up, Gustav? Okay, cool. So I thought this was kind of a cool VTuber setup too. Look at this. Look at that's. I mean, like I'm like touching the actual table. I couldn't. I know it's possible. I couldn't get the actual live stream onto the monitor. Where's my virtual monitor? It's like there. It's possible. I didn't get that set up in time. You could definitely do that though. So that's the demo, the live part. So what I wanted to do, how am I going to do this? 2 people would be great. A stream deck would be good. I think we're quitting out of the Unreal Engine scene, and I'm going to go to the Vicon scene. I'm going to try to record something for later. Oh, we hit F11 in OBS. Yeah, okay. So there's my mouse. And to further show that this is live, here's the actual Unreal Engine scene happening right now. We should have turned the widgets up, man. Am I running the Vicon into a separate computer? That would have been great. So the Vicon system's going into the same computer, my main workstation that's running Unreal Engine. However, my face, which is an iPhone running LiveLink face in the new MetaHuman mode, MetaHuman animator mode, this is streaming to a separate laptop running LiveLink Hub. And then LiveLink Hub sends that data to my main rendering workstation. It would be great to get the Vicon data and even the live stream, like the video, this video right here, that's not cheap to render on this computer either. So we're like crushing this 2080 Ti. And if this demo just ends, I'm happy that we got this far. Sometimes this computer just blacks out because I mean like we're running so much into it. But yeah, almost all of these other processes could be on like a separate computer and then we just stream it into the main rendering like supercomputer. I just don't have that supercomputer. Not yet though, it might be coming. Okay, so this is the LiveLink panel. I didn't widget reflector so that it would be big enough to read on the internet, but anyway, we have LiveLink from Vicon, LiveLink from my iPhone that's coming from a different computer. And while you certainly could record this mocap in Unreal Engine. I've done that for certain clients where I was like, let's just record MetaHuman face, the audio, the body, like this is pretty good for live. I have some tweaks that I want to make to it. But anyway, we're doing prop stuff. You could just hit record and take recorder or mocap manager. But the way that props work in this system right now, it's sort of like detailed. It doesn't really work for that. It doesn't work great for recording props in Unreal Engine. So I'm going to record it in Vicon's program. But I'm going to have to turn off the pretty, oh, where's my mouse? Turn off the pretty Unreal Engine preview here though, or stream. But the fact that this didn't crash is incredible. That monitor is so far I can't see anything. So I'm going to attempt here to turn this minimize it. Okay. So this is like revealing the curtain here. So this is Vicon software, and it's called Shogun Live. And this is where, this is sort of like their live preview of what's happening. And right now I'm retargeting live to a MetaHuman, yeah, pretty much a MetaHuman, but it's the Unreal Engine 5 skeleton. Let's see. Sync's pretty good. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that blue box there. So the sync for the MetaHuman, to delay this, I had to delay it 350 milliseconds from the lav mic to OBS. Now my live action stuff is going to be 350 milliseconds delayed, which I'm in a wide shot, hopefully isn't that bad. But while everything hasn't crashed yet, it's incredible. Sometimes things explode. I am going to try to record a take here. And I'm going to put this take, I'm going to put this motion capture on narrative motion. It might be garbage though, but it's going to be a free one, and I need a prop animation anyway that's free. I'm going to move my desk. Move the desk here. So we're not recording the face, we're just going to record the body. And this is going to be cheesy. I just did a client project where I was the actor, and let me tell you where the weak link was. It was me as the actor. Technically, it was lovely though. It was quite good on that front. Okay, so the goal here, I kind of had a scene I wanted. I basically wanted to like show that this is a prop and do like a prop animation. I'm going to grab this stool. If we walk too far out of the volume, sometimes things explode. I'll do that at the end. Oh, still here? We're still alive. Okay. So, this is about to be some incredible acting, like truly. So, I just want to have a demo. Also, we're hitting the point where my head hurts from wearing this helmet. We hit it pretty quick. I basically just want to walk up to this gun, look at it, incredible, pick it up, kind of check it out, give it a spin. Spin's going to be hard. Oh no, we're just a natural at that. Never mind, killing it. And then put it back down. I don't know what this animation's for, but it's kind of cool though. There's some things to talk about with the retarget because I'm just shorter than this UE5 mannequin dude. He's like up here on me. He's pretty tall, but still, it's still pretty good. So I'm going to try to actually record this. This would be incredible if I actually pull this off. I had this thought. I was like, we should do this, but actually making it happen, that's certainly a different thing. Okay, so who knows what the metadata is, but we're going to go for this recording. Also, OBS is telling me that like I'm doing stuff wrong. What else is new? So I'm going to actually try to record this. Boom. I think we're recording. I can't see it though. It's so far away. This is all faith now. We're doing this on faith. So I have a terrible T-pose I've learned. We're also doing it like super heavy IK hands retarget, so that my hands are like pulling my body everywhere. But anyway, can I actually get my body straight enough that we could calibrate from this? Who knows? Okay, so we'll start here. Feet are pretty straight. That's okay looking. That is okay. Okay, so here comes the acting. It's going to be incredible. So basically, I mean, yeah. So I'm just basically walking up to this gun, picking it up, and we just want to see that on a MetaHuman. I still haven't done a post-retarget one on this one, just live. Just the live MetaHuman. Anyway, we're going 3, 2, 1, and action. Not recording face, so I can talk during it. We found a gun. It's kind of low. Has there been any weird tracking occlusion stuff happening? I'm not sure. What do you do when you find a gun? Crap, which way do I spin it? Is it this way? Oh, wasn't the best spin. Maybe we're going again. But I've learned we don't do long takes. I'm going to put this gun back down here and back away slowly. Who knows what this animation's for? It's really anyone's guess. It's more of a tech test. Okay, so I have learned it's bad to do really long takes. That's bad for my computer. My computer does not love long takes. Man, I wish there was like a bigger we were recording button. I think timecode starts kicking. Oh, I saw it. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Not gonna talk. Not talk during it. The spin's the thing, though. We want that spin. And I'm gonna make a fat YouTube video on how we fix all this animation to make it work on MetaHumans. It's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna put it on Bruce. Anyway. Oh, let me hit this real quick, just in case I auto-skeleton this. My T-poses are so bad. I need to see it from the top. Oh. Probably don't dare auto-skeleton this one, though. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, cool. So I'm walking up to this. We don't need to like sneak up. I'm just gonna walk up to this, and we're going. I found a gun. Oh, not bad. Not bad. We take those. We take those. Okay, the gun spins. That's good. Are we doing the back away? I think I'm just going to walk away. We're just going to walk away from this one, yeah? Okay. Incredible. This is the movie. That's the whole ass movie. So, we still haven't crashed. That is incredible, truly. I thought putting, like, footage, like live footage into this while doing all this stuff would crash it. Not quite. Ugh. It is not an indie price system. No, we can talk about that at the end when this helmet's off my head. But for the people that cannot afford to have a Vicon system, I have one. And I have been recording motion capture and making that available on narrativemotion.com. That is what we're talking about at the end here. So we did a live mocap demo in Unreal Engine. Incredible. My head hurts an awful lot right now from this helmet. And I recorded the motion capture. Incredible too. You know what I don't have those, but if I go to my computer, I do not have a webcam over there. I couldn't, that was too much. I couldn't find my Stream Deck, and I also couldn't find another camera. So, someone wanted me to do this. I can turn off this phone. We're live streaming this phone to nobody. Actually, that would just make this so much lighter. Someone wanted me to take off this helmet and see what would happen to the solve. I have no idea. And the use case, oh my God. It's just, that feels so much, this phone is on fire too. I can feel it through my gloves. Someone wanted me to take off the helmet while we're recording. So the use case is like, you're doing like a big fight scene and you're like fighting people and the helmet comes off. Is the mocap still good? I'd assume not. I would just not use that take, but we wanted to find out. So my head hurts, it's time to come off. Oh my goodness, it can't be good. It can't be good what's gonna happen here. This cannot be good. But this is what we wanted to see. We could run it through post-processing. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. And my microphone's in my body. My mic used to be on the helmet, so this would have been, you wouldn't have heard anything. Okay, I'm not mad at this at all. That's pretty good. They'll have to tell me what they think. I will not say their name on stream, but they know who they are. They wanted this. I've done it. Live. I mean, I don't really expect this to go back on my head and it keep working. I mean, I guess I can just reset the solve. Nah. Oh, hey. Oh. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Someone wanted to see this, and I always forget to do it, so might as well do it live. Okay, cool then. This thing hurts my head so bad, though. It is time to end it. Ouch. So much. So let's see. How far into this? It's probably been like 10 minutes. Okay, 20. Not bad. Let's see. So the solve part is done. It's my gallery of what's it called? HMCs, mocap HMCs. So we're doing the head thing again. Okay, so I am degloving here. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a ton planned for after this because I can't really go to the computer. I guess I can. I don't know, just gonna make it up. Okay, cool. So, luckily not insanely hot today. Things still going here. This thing is like a live, or it has a delay on it. What should we do? Okay, so now now it's gonna start to break. We're still live doing this. This is funny. Okay, wait. So let me switch to. Oh my God, the mouse. What do we switch to? It's a good question. I don't really know. I'm just switching between things right now. There's me full screen. Oh, you know what would be cool? Is the props. So, yeah. It is super hot. I'm pretty sure, okay, let me turn off one thing. Let me turn off the body. Yeah, okay. Now, wait a second. Okay, I can't take off my jacket thing yet, because if I do, my mic's on there. That's unfortunate, because this thing's hot. But anyway. Just leave it on. Guess I could switch to the mic. Not really sure what I'm wearing under this. It's something though. Oh my God. Okay. So, Velcro sounds next to a lav mic. Must be lovely. This is MOCAP ASMR. Welcome. Okay, word. So, this camera, I have no idea what it sees now. It's so far away. Okay, hold up. Let me do this. So I have better footage of this, but I kind of want to show the prop. I have no idea what this looks like. Oh, here we go. Relying on the autofocus, that's crazy. That's craziness. Where's my hat? Did I bring that down here? Oh, there it is. Hold up. Oh. Oh my God. Why did we choose this? This is so hot. Okay, so let's see here. How's this feeling? I can't see anything at this point. I'm just talking to a camera. It's like I'm recording a YouTube video. But anyway, wanted to show this real quick. I don't need it to autofocus. That's fine. So this is the prop I'm using. It's gigantic. It's goofy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be testing pretty soon that with this, we recorded this gun is huge, but really all that matters is that the handle is kind of to scale. Oh, I didn't do any shooting. We're going to be doing lots of shooting animations, but I'm pretty sure, or I'll be testing what it's like to switch this out for like a more normal pistol. And I bought a regular training pistol as well, but oh, did it focus? It focused. Okay. Am I still wearing my lav mic? I also don't know how long DJI lav mics last, because that's how we're streaming this right now. But these are the markers on there. There's a lot to say about the placement on it. I've done it better this time. Mostly we want to keep these markers away from my fingers, which I did super wrong in the past. But after testing today for like a couple hours, this was like kind of what I came up with, and this is what attracted it. So I basically put these markers on there, and then I take photos. Sometimes I'll scan it, 3D scan this, and then in Maya, I'll do a lineup of like the markers, and then a 3D model of the gun to match it. But most people, again, for most games, it's just a standard gun and you replace it with the final gun anyway. And I did one more. This one's already on narrative motion. We will do more. Oh my God. This was, I looked it up as Stein. I've never really called it a Stein before, but I was looking, I thought there was a name for like, like RPG, Renaissance, Middle-earth type games and movies. There's like a name for this type of cup. Anyway, it's a big cup, kind of. It's not even that big. I bought it on Amazon. And I thought it was going to be bigger, but turned out to be pretty good size. Anyway, so a similar idea here. Markers on this, and we're just trying to keep the markers away from the fingers. That animation turned out pretty good. I was impressed, and it got me learning the new retargeting system in Unreal Engine 5.6. Okay, so those are the props. And I think I'm gonna try to go to the computer for a little bit. I don't have a face cam over there. We'll just like full camera live stream it. I guess I'll keep using this. But what I wanted to say before I head over to the computer, maybe I'll look at the data we just recorded. That's a thing. That seems reasonable. I could just put it on the website right now. So I've had this Vicon system for quite a while. The first year or two was certainly just being like, what is this? I don't have like an animation background. And I was like, this is just cool. Didn't quite know what to do with it. And the thought to sell MOCAP and to do MOCAP services occurred in my head. People asked me to do it. And I was like, ugh. Back then, the Metahumans weren't different. You couldn't have different size Metahumans. And I wasn't really that confident in retargeting, getting the animation from Vicon to Mannequin or Vicon to the different size Metahumans. I wasn't really that confident in it. So I never really did those projects. I did a couple for, I guess I won't say the names. I did a couple freelance projects for MOCAP, but I never really thought about doing it, or I didn't feel comfortable doing it kind of like at a bigger scale. But what changed is in Unreal Engine 5.6, the Metahumans came in different sizes, but also the retargeting built into Unreal Engine got a lot better. So basically retargeting from like the mannequin to all the different size Metahumans with this cup here, it just got a lot easier, faster, and I felt like I could teach it. And now that I can get the props aligned, which I just made a video on it, like kind of a very long technical video on how to get Metahumans to like match the props, all of that just works in the engine now. So the Metahumans, they're better, they're different sizes. The retargeting workflow I use into Unreal Engine, I feel like users can use as well. Even someone who's never done it before, I think I can teach that. And so with that, I basically started a company to do MOCAP services and to start selling MOCAP. It's called narrativemotion.com. And I'm going to be putting, hopefully, that glorious gun animation and maybe a better one, to be honest. I mean, for posterity, I feel like I should put that one up because I said I would, but maybe I'll do a better one. Anyway, because the ecosystem keeps getting better, it basically allows me to do MOCAP services for people. I just did a project for someone. And then I feel confident putting that MOCAP on the internet so other people can use it. So it's kind of because Unreal Engine got better. So cheers Unreal Engine. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see here. I don't have a face cam over here. So let's see. Oh my God. So audio's still working, that's GG's. Hey, what's up Pixel Prof, how's it going? I'm only back now where I can see my monitor. Move AI has amazing offline MOCAP. Yeah, Move looks pretty good if you have enough computers. Enough cameras. hold up. So let's see here. What are we doing? What are we doing? So tired from just like, you know, living my life in the MOCAP suit. Okay, so. Should we go to Shogun Post? Yeah, maybe. My desktop is like not. Okay, I might wait. I gotta do this. I forgot. I did this on the last live stream test. Sorry. Hey, look it. That's my very messy studio. We might have a new studio soon though. Okay, let me close this. You can't see anything except for that keyboard and a lack of a stream deck because I couldn't find my stream decks. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Even my, it's gonna be a second. We're just gonna stare at nothing for a little bit. We're gonna stare at something. We are I see things. You see, I could like throw something over there. Okay, hold on, because even like as I import this file, I don't think I've like changed the names to protect the innocent. Oh my God, what did we call that last animation? I think I called it live. I think that's what I called it. Oh, there they are. Oh no, we're good, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to this screen here and just monitor. Okay, cool. So we did these two takes. They're named incredibly well. Ooh, really interesting. Okay, no. This is not the most ideal setup for recording. I had my little computer and yeah, there's probably some occlusion. Anyway, I might record a better one of these and put it online, but just gonna go through this, see how this take did. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, really bad. Interesting. I wonder what is, interesting. So let me tell you what take we're not putting on there. I probably could fix this too, but I actually retargeted a little bit differently as well. So this is a nuanced thing, but this was set up 100% for live streaming, hence what we did today. This is not exactly how I do it for post offline stuff. This was like a full effort to get the best quality live Metahuman. So taking a peek at what is this? What's all this? Is this the, oh, it's the gun. Okay, okay, that's fine. Hold on, let me switch to the, it's the gun that has all the occlusion, because the gun has markers on one side. Yeah, that's fine, okay. It's mostly the gun, because the gun's like always either completely, it's like always half occluded. Okay, that's fine, actually, that's completely fine. Okay, so what we don't like is how much taller the so I was very aware of this, and I've been aware of this for forever, is that I'm much shorter than the mannequin. And so when you force the hands to stay in the real world position, it pulls the shoulders down. It is fixable later, but that is what happens with my retarget. So that is always happening here. My early work with this system, this always was like, I didn't know how to fix it. Now I know how to fix it, but that is certainly happening with props. Most of the stuff I record, I don't force the hands to be like this, so the shoulders are better. But it's fixable. Okay, so I'm seeing fingers, I'm seeing, okay. Well, anyway, we'll bump this, we'll check it out. I can record it cleaner. I also haven't calibrated anytime recently. Could give these cameras a bit of a recalibration. I'm gonna take this scene, I'm gonna bump this out. Do I still have Unreal Engine open? I think I do. I think it would be cool just to get it into Unreal Engine. And Vicon changed the way they did props, which I didn't realize until today. This is sad. But I figured it out. Wasn't great though. I kind of like the old way. Anyway, we're gonna take this clip. I'm pretty convinced that all this occlusion, large error, is on the gun, because the gun's basically on its side and I can't see it, because the body seems completely fine to me. We could run a cleanup. You can clean this up. I'm not gonna for time, but I can come back and clean this up before I do the final. I think this is okay, actually. So this is that is our retarget. That is our mannequin friend here. Shoulders a little pulled down. That is very, very fixable later on the MetaHuman retarget. And I must export. Oh. We're gonna show stuff we shouldn't show here. It's possible. Let's put it here. That's fine. Yeah. I'll make a new folder. 2002. Hell yeah. Oh, what time is it? Okay. Oh, this is crazy. It's September. Insane. Vicon, that's very descriptive for this folder. Live 01. I actually haven't brought the gun prop in. Hey, what's up, Nova? Rococo just came to Argentina and they're offering a chance at a free suit. That's sick. That's cool. You don't have a, what do you have? You're doing lots of stuff with the cloth sim and all sorts of cool stuff. I like the stuff you're making. You should get a suit. Suits are fun. Did that record? Did that really get exported? It's possible. I actually haven't tried the gun prop in the recording way yet. I've only been doing it for live streaming, which is slightly different. Live streaming this like a VTuber is slightly different setup than the old recording way. Could we just record this? Is this really going to come out? I think it's probably fine. We'll check this out. I haven't done this with the gun yet. Look at this naming convention. Professional. This doesn't feel good with all the red, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Plus, we could have run the solving. But I was like, I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is fine. And I don't know, the red must be the gun. I'm pretty sure it's the gun is just basically half the markers are just always occluded on it, and that's a problem. Okay. The fact that this GPU only has, actually I don't remember, 8 or 12 gigs of memory, not enough. Oh my god, so if you are a Vicon user, this cursed setup to make that live gun work may be familiar to you. It's familiar to me now. Anyway, I wish that props came in as skeletons instead of as transforms. That would be much better for how I work, but I kind of get it, but this was cursed to make that actually work today. But it worked, so whatever. I could make it work over and over again. We could do that. Let's see. So this, what computer am I on? Oh, okay. So this is like my live streaming computer, which I don't use all that too much. It's the one I usually just record the Vicon on. Oh boy. This is all safe. We're pretty good in here. Okay, so let's do, where do I put this? Here. Yeah, that's just me downloading a ton of MetaHuman stuff on this computer. Doesn't have very much. Did I import the gun? I must have, yeah, we must have. Okay, so this should hopefully be a mannequin. Now, I only realized today that Manny and Quinn are actually fairly different sized skeletons. I just kept thinking that they were like completely interchangeable. They're close, but they are not. Whoa. Whoa, okay, so we have some like really crazy stuff happening. Huh. Yeah, it was sad. It said this all was sad. I think a little calibration before this would have been okay, man. Look at the shoulders rip. I can fix that though. Not bad, not bad. We're having a little, there's certainly some recording issue there. Post-process would have cleaned it up, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. Using the retargeting tool, we can get the root bone and the IK bone stuck in the right place too. It kind of does it automatically now. Unreal Engine just gets easier all the time. And I think we have the gun in here. Meshes, pistol. If we didn't take time to rename these, I'm gonna put it in here. How about that? It should auto-find that skeleton. Well, it's just a root bone though, so maybe we'll see. Oh, did it? It did. It's not the right preview, but that's fine. Not easy to get a suit here. They're expensive. Yeah, I live in the States, and I only recently learned that in like other countries, things are like way more expensive because of things I don't understand. But I was talking to someone who lives in Europe, and they're like, every time they come to the States, they like buy a ton of stuff because it's like so expensive in other countries. I was not aware of that. I'm gonna try this one here. Well, don't look at the price of the Vicon system with that in mind. Okay, how we looking here? We get some root. This is short. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so it's sort of funny. You get the ghost gun. What kind of retarget are we gonna go for here? So like, you get the ghost gun. It's just moving on its own. Like okay. Like there's no like direct parenting of the gun and the MetaHuman. They're just like their own entities in the world, and they just so happen to animate close to each other, and it's an illusion that they're actually together. Versus like actually attaching the gun to the hand, or having like the gun part of the rig or something like that, or using the IK bones. No such thing here. So let's try this lineup real quick. Also, I should have done this earlier. Let me tell you, I was a little panicked getting this set up. because I might have left it to the last minute, and a lot of things broke right before it, and I was at like 19 frames per second, but we're back. It turned out okay. It's not bad. Let's do, I mean, I kind of want to be in the spaceship. I'm just going to call this Gun World here. And man, do I miss my real workstation that has a lot more memory than this. This thing is like, we're done. We're all done now at 8 gigs. I don't think this has anymore. Okay, let's see here. Lovely. Did I click by accident? If so, we just have a thing. Oh, this UI is so small. Or so large. Okay, look at Live Link still kicking. Do we have all this stuff running still? Just Shogun Live, that's fine, that's fine. And my other computer feeding me the, my other computer's feeding me face Live Link data. Goes environment. So technically, you shouldn't move the sky atmosphere because it changes the horizon, but it's okay. I'm gonna put this back down on the ground here too. Okay, so let's look at this lineup. The way I was recording, there's like some there's some major issues with the recording, but it's because I was set up for live streaming and I have like furniture all over the place. Let's do, so I retarget to Manny, not Quinn, and I learned, you have to be like in a really specific scenario with props and like trying to line it up with the world for that to matter, but that's kind of what we're doing right now. So let's go get the gun. Where are we? This project's a mess. Okay, so we get to go the skeletal mesh way here, and okay, so I haven't tested this gun. I tested the cup, but Vicon Live just brings in a transform. This one actually animates the bones, but you have to alter the prop correctly for that to work, and we'll just go for it. If it works, that's great. If not, we go again. I don't have a folder called sequences. How is that possible on this computer? I guess I don't render off of this computer. This computer is mostly for like doing live stuff. Sequence, only one. We're only doing one sequence. I only recently learned that you could do this. Gun test. I thought you had to like add it to the level. I guess you don't have to add it to the level. You just open it like it's UEFN. I never knew that. Let me tell you, there's a lot of sequences in all my other levels. Let's try this. Baking to the control rig in 5.6.1 has been hit or miss on the mannequin sometimes for me. I've had to like freeze up my computer for a while. Anyway, let's check out this. What do we call it? Live one. I named everything terribly. And we're gonna check out the gun. The one and only animation. Okay, that's pretty good so far. That is not bad. Let's get a cube. We made the speed too slow. It's cube time. Bam. We could have measured this, got it perfect, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. I didn't count. Oh, what? Oh, it's this. Okay, so there, if you've ever dealt with skeletal meshes, we're gonna do a little bit of this. This thing would love to disappear. It would love to cull itself, but we're not going to allow that to happen. Anim details. We're going to do scale bounds 10. You will never disappear, hopefully now. This happens with MetaHuman clothing too all the time. More in the game development side than the sequencer side of things. Oh, damn. I don't know why that flips out like that, but anyway. We needed to recalibrate after that live stream, but anyway. Forgive the explosion of the arm there. Just do a quick recalibrate on the system. Maybe give my computer a break, and that wouldn't happen. But the live stream didn't crash, so, you know, that's a win. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah, look at the leg. What happened? Anyway, the system needed a break. But overall, still pretty good. Technically, we could probably clean that up, but anyway. It's weird that I'm actually happy that the live part went well, and it's the recording that has like a glitch in it that we'd have to redo. Not bad though, not bad at all. Look at that retarget. So on the mannequin, It's not so bad. It's sort of, you can't really tell that the shoulders are kind of in a funny way. They're fine here. But when you stick this on a MetaHuman, it looks kind of awful. So we'd have to like clean that up. I don't want to go much further with this animation. I'll just record it again where this isn't happening. But I still think this went pretty well. So I'm going to record this again for the one that I said that I will be putting on narrative motion. I'm going to record like a lot of gun animations. It's been one of the main requests. And mostly for cinematics, it's just cool to be able to have the gun be picked up and moved around in sort of like a natural way like you'd have on set. Versus game animation, you don't really necessarily need that kind of stuff. That's a whole different beast if you're making game animation sets that have like a gun in it and whatnot. But this is mostly for, again, like a scene where like, oh, he walks in and picks up the gun. It's a kind of difficult thing to record and animate. Every student film in the world starts like this, but not many in Unreal Engine do because it's really hard to record props without an optical system, and animating it is also fairly time consuming. You'd be happy, I feel like if this was an animation project for school, you'd be happy if your animation was this and you were done. That would be like months of work to animate that if you're kind of learning. But with MOCAP, it's quite simple. However, my system needed a break after that live stream. I'm still impressed it's stuck together. So if we go quick, we can kind of skip through that stuff. And I'm pretty sure like that leg glitch right there, we could just delete that curve. We'd just be like, yeah, guess what? The foot's not up there. We just delete it. But easier than that, recalibrate my system, go again, and we'd be pretty good. But the props though, can't handle the leg, but it can handle this. Not bad. I want to learn sequencer so much better. I need someone to teach me it. I've just been kind of learning it on my own. I still do it pretty noob style. Oh, you know what I could show real quick too? I know. I'm not hurting for ideas right now. I know exactly what to do. Let's do this. Drag this in here. Oh no, it's in the middle? No, okay, we're good. Oh, are we stuck? I gotta do this. I'm not gonna render this because this MOCAP clip has some issues. But this is it. This is what I've recorded today. But I'll be doing it again better. I'm gonna focus this jam in. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, so I had to cheese all my settings to be like super bad. I haven't checked out the coil yet. I really like their head cam. Oh my god, the foot. Rip the foot. But I like their head cam an awful lot. Once a couple more things happen, I'll be using that head cam quite a bit. Ooh, that came out good, except for the foot flipping out. That's insane. And we can clean it up. Look at the finger. Look at it's out of focus. Just turn focus off, man. Look at the finger through the gun. Are you serious? That's just like luck or something. Or it's not. The finger is through the like, again, if you haven't set this up yourself, it's maybe hard to understand why that's impressive, but I'm impressed. The leg's flipping out, but I can clean that up too. But anyway, I am impressed with that. I want this spinning to be the thing that I'm shooting here. It's kind of a nothing angle going on right here. I'm not really gonna render this. I just want a shot of it. Ooh. So to get this to run on my computer, we had to do some kind of embarrassing settings here. These are the ones though. Lumen needs to be at high, post-process needs to be epic or depth of field's ass, and then the rest we did that. Okay, my new computer, it's gonna be all cinematic. 90 frames per second. We'll see, we'll find out. That's kind of the test that we'll be running with that. So, oh man, the glitching. The glitching is sad, but anyway. Oh, the foot. I'm gonna start here. Never happened. Oh yeah, oh it's freaking out a little bit. Okay, yeah, the system needed a recalibration. Anyway, not bad. Not bad at all. Here's the final look at this. And then I want to show the camera setup real quick, because that's kind of cool. And I have done the live stream. I had to run this event, you know, we had to do a quick virtual event. I might be starting to do these in person, though that's not relevant to most of the people that'll be watching this. That would be for Boston people, we'll see. Yeah, that's sick, that came out great. Okay, cool. So to wrap it up, I want to show one thing and shout out someone whose work is very cool and it's kind of re-inspired me to start to keep, oh god, the MOCAP's gonna be like this. Oh no, isn't Shogun off? Okay, I'm just gonna close this all up. Anyway, this camera system that I'm using now, Black Eye Cameras, has sort of re-inspired me to do more live stuff. I started using it once and I was like, this is great. Okay, look at this poor man. Okay, so he's still thinking live link's giving him sauce, and we are not. What if I delete the live link source if he'll just kind of like, Nope, he's still dead. Interesting. Interesting. So we could disable things. I do owe a very, very long, boring video for the Vicon friends who want to set this up live. There's things that need to be done. And there's the wrong way of doing it and the right way. I must make that happen soon. Okay. Body. So if I just like kill this blueprint, we should just go back to, yeah, okay. And he is sleeping. Okay, so we killed the animation blueprint. That's fine. So, man, setting up these props. Anyway, let's find the Black Eye camera. Where are you? Oh, lovely. So this thing's called Black Eye Cameras. I knew the developer for when he worked at Unity and made Cinemachine for a very long time. Camera rivals, perhaps we were back then. Oh, why aren't you moving? What? What's going on? Incredible that the live stream worked, but just hang it out after. Oh, we might be crashing. Goodbye. Fair, fair. No shade, Black Eye, but that does happen. That does happen from time to time. The fact that it didn't move, I think pulling the blueprint out is rough. But anyway, welcome to the cutting edge. You know what it is actually? It's because we're in 5.6.0 instead of .1. That's gotta be the reason. Well, if it works, this should load up pretty quickly. I just want to show this camera. Shout out Black Eye Cameras. Perhaps it does crash every once in a while. This computer needs a break. This old workstation needs a break. And so does my actual body pretty soon. Oh, we did quit unexpectedly. There's many things that could be, oh, yeah, so this happens with live mocap too. Unreal Engine does not enjoy sometimes you ever turning off live link stuff when the scene's open. That sort of doesn't go well a lot of the times. Anyway, now, I can't believe it worked for the live, but I can't even just like move it. There it goes. Okay, so I didn't quite like the scene to be wide because my studio is small, but and the grooms take a second to catch up. But basically, when I was live, I was just walking back and forth like this. Where's the camera? Can we select both at the same time? Not really. I guess we could just make it brighter. Anyway, there's a camera here, and it's one of the Black Eye cameras, and it's this one, and you can set it up to basically follow an actor. And I did want to make a video on this too, but I basically told it to follow this Metahuman, and then follow his body component, and follow his pelvis. And then there's dampening settings for how fast it'll do that. So when I was walking back and forth, oh yeah, that's the view. Let me turn on cam A. Oops. This one right here. Boom, camera A. So I basically decided, I don't want it to turn. I just wanted this like kind of like parallax feeling. I'm interested to watch this live stream back now. I'm gonna make other videos like this soon. But anyway, I was just walking back and forth, minding my own business, and this camera wouldn't leave me alone. You know, it just kept following me. And I think the dampening in dead zone could be made bigger and then looser, so it doesn't follow me so tightly. But it adds this like super nice effect to it, and we can give it like a little bit more handheld, like kind of like aiming differences as well. But I don't know, I just really like that the camera follows me, and you don't have to set up anything. You basically like say like you look at this, and then that's it, and I get to go do other things. It just adds so much to this type of live camera work, and I think you can write your own camera scripts like this, and like a lot of MOCAP software automatically does do stuff like this for you. But if you're doing like live MetaHuman stuff, demos and whatnot, with MOCAP, I think the Black Eye cameras are like an easy win. It's just like super nice for doing this type of stuff. So The live demo was a much better demo, but this is kind of like a behind the scenes of it. So I'm pretty happy about Unreal Engine 5.6 right now. New MetaHumans and just Vicon and like all these little pieces kind of come together and they make it really fun for me. And I'm not going to pull up the website, but basically if you don't have a system, a Vicon system, which is most people or any MOCAP system, I'm starting to record clips specifically again for cinematics, more for the storytelling, less for like the gameplay stuff. Gameplay animations is a whole different world, and usually very specific, and we have Gasp and Lyra and that kind of stuff for that. But what's been sort of lacking, oh, the sequence isn't in here, right? I've only recently learned that you can do this. What has been sort of lacking is sort of like natural animations like this. Forgive the glitching though, every once in a while, where you can do prop interactions, you can have people walking around in natural ways, just talking to each other, so that you can run your own face mocap and your own kind of scenes over this. This is the type of motion capture that I need for my work, and that a lot of people who I've been talking to want this as well. Even ones that own their own mocap systems. If they're not optical systems, sometimes it's a lot of work to get them to look this good. So this type of animation I'm going to be putting on narrativemotion.com, and that's going to be my project at least for like the next year or two, is kind of getting that up and running. And I'm sure there's going to be more live streams from my basement, but we are planning to move the studio to a better place where I can be the technician and not the actor as well. So let me play this back. Despite the glitching, still pretty good. Just a quick recalibration, we wouldn't have any of that stuff happening. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. Oh yeah, it's freaking out, yeah. It needed a break, that live stream. Was it freaking out during the live stream? I wasn't noticing. Anyway, that much work for like all these systems together. We need a quick restart and go again. So I'll probably re-record this exact animation or something. Actually, I want it a little bit, this is like too low or something. I want to be like on a table, like a little bit higher or something like that. I'll put it on my desk. So I'm going to re-record this, and the plan is I'll put this for free on narrativemotion.com so we can use this as a test for the gun prop, and then I'm going to be recording a bunch of gun animations with a director who has a scene coming up with a gun. Imagine that for a video game. And those will go on there as well. So thanks for hanging out. This is the first kind of official, is it official? I think it is, official Unreal Engine community thing that I've run. And if we start doing them in person in the other studio, I'll probably live stream them as well. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you later, man. Peace.